Good day to all of you. My name is Neil Harwani from Signex Datamatics. Today we would be seeing a demo of enterprise integrated document capture using Ephesoft and Alfresco. We would be using Alfresco and Ephesoft enterprise version for this demo. Basically now you are seeing the demo architecture in front of you. The steps that we would be going through in the demo would be scan or import a batch, review, monitor, validate, export, and finally report. There are some prerequisites which we need to satisfy before we set up this demo. They are: define the Alfresco content model, set up the mapping with Alfresco in Ephesoft, configure the workflow and batch class in Ephesoft. This is other than the fact that we need to install Ephesoft and Alfresco Enterprise. To start off the demo, I have installed Alfresco Enterprise 3.4.2 and Ephesoft Enterprise version. All the services are running currently related to these two softwares. Alfresco is installed as a service, and we have the Postgres SQL service and the Alfresco Tomcat service. For Ephesoft, we have the Open LDAP directory service which is running. Ephesoft has two parts to it. One is the admin console, one is the user console. Let us log on to both of them and see what are the features in them. This is the user console of Ephesoft, and this is the admin console of Ephesoft. In the user console, we have options like web scanner, from where we can scan from the scanner and select the workflow which is supposed to get the file. We have an option of batch detail, in which we do the review and validation. In the administrative console, we can see all the workflows, their priorities and their settings. We can go inside any of the workflows and configure it. Here I am showing you a workflow that I have pre-configured. We have configured export to Alfresco, which is via the CMIS standard. We also have set up a document type for it, which is basically the classification of the image. We can see the images which are imported or scanned in the batch instance management. We can also see reports. Let me just show you some sample reports. As you can see, we are seeing a lot of reports here. Now to start off the demo, let us first import a batch, and before we import, let us see the scanning option as well. Let's select the fifth BC5 workflow. Now I am selecting the source. I have selected a scanner over network. Now that the scanner is selected, we can start the scanning. Scanning has started. And the image has come. As you can see, we have the image now with us. Let me finish. Click on finish so that the batch can create a the image can create a batch. Now we have a batch that is running. If you go to batch instance management in the admin console, you would see the batch being available there. It is opening. Meanwhile, let us also take up a batch via import. There are two ways we can do scanning in Ephesoft. One is you can do it through the scanner, and directly Ephesoft would integrate with the scanner, and the scanned images would be available as a batch. The second way is you can do bulk imports, and those images would be available in a folder which would be watched by Ephesoft. So we are triggering both the things. Our current process is mapped to watch this folder. I am copying the images over here. There are three images. This is the initial invoice image which we would be scanning, and we would be doing OCR over it. This is the second page in it, and this is the third page in it. Now both the batches are available to us in the batch instance management. As you see, this is the batch which is available from the scanner directly, and this is the batch which is available to us via the import. Now both of them are getting processed. Now meanwhile, let's see Alfresco share. We have logged on to Alfresco share. Alfresco share has features for collaboration which can be used. This is built on top of the document management system that is available in Alfresco. Alfresco share gives you options like a major thing which is available to us in this is a feature of website. What we can do is, I have created a demo website called Signex over here. One website is an aggregation of users who would be doing who would be collaborating together on multiple things. We have options like wikis, blogs, document library, calendar, links, discussions, data lists, etc. Now if you go to the document library, you can see a lot of documents which are uploaded. You can create blogs and multiple users can collaborate on it. You can create a wiki. You can have a calendar and set events in that. You can have multiple discussions. Meanwhile, let's check up on our batches in Ephesoft. They are getting processed, as you are seeing. Both the batches are running currently. Now let us see the status of our batches. As you see, one of the batches is ready for validation. Let's go to our user interface of Ephesoft. If we go to the user interface, you will see that both the batches have now come for validation. Let's check up again. Yes, both the batches are available in validation. Let's click on them and see. As you can see here, we have options like selecting the document type. This is basically the option in which we classify the document type. We have configured multiple document types for this demo. One of them is Signex, then there are some related to invoices and workers compensation, etc. For this demo specifically, we have set up an invoice with a document type called demo. As you can see in that, this is the batch which has been scanned by our scanner directly, and all the parts of the OCR have been extracted and they are available to us on the left side in these text boxes. You see the invoice number, which was A101, has been taken up. Bill 2 has been taken up, in the name of whom the bill is there for the invoice, the telephone number, and the total, which is $40,000. Now let's modify one of the fields. We can modify the text boxes as we like, even after OCR extraction. Now once this is done, we have some shortcuts which we are seeing right now, which a operator who is doing bulk scanning can use and can very quickly take this forward. Let's save it. We have clicked on Ctrl S and now the batch validation is done. Now let's look at the second batch. Now you can see we had taken 3 images in that. All the images are available to us here in 2 parts. We have an option of merging them together. Let's use that. Now they are merged together. And if you see, now again all the OCR extraction is done for the invoice. We are looking at invoice processing currently, and all the relevant fields are extracted and they are available. Let's add 00 in front of the telephone number and let's save the batch. It is going ahead for processing, and now you see both the batches are in running stage. Let us see the status of our batches currently. Both of the batches, as you see, have been exported to Alfresco as of now. So meanwhile, before we go to Alfresco share and check up our batches, let's see how to configure the workflow of Ephesoft. We have features like the modules. This is the module. These are the exact steps of the workflow. We have steps like import, page process, document assembly, reviewing, validation, OCR extraction, and finally the export. We define the document types in which we classify the images or the documents. On top of that, inside it we define the data types which are for the OCR extraction. Let us see the export part. We have configured the CMIS export over here. Now let's see what is the status of our batches in Alfresco. This is Alfresco share as we were discussing. We are exporting to this folder, which is Alfresco Ephesoft Signex demo. As you can see now, the image has been exported over here. All the three images have come, and let's check up whether the OCR extraction which was done has been exported. As you see, the bill, the details of who the invoice was billed to has been OCR extracted. We have the telephone number which has been extracted, invoice number which I am showing to you, and the invoice total. All the four things have OCR extraction from it has been done, and it is available to us. So we were at looking at the properties that were OCR extracted and passed on to Alfresco. Now let's see some of the settings that we have done in Alfresco. In Alfresco we have set up the Ephesoft content model. We have set up a content model named Ephesoft, and I am extracting all the values from OCR and passing it to the Alfresco instance and the content model. Now also in the Ephesoft I have done some mapping. Let's see that mapping. It's in this folder, CMIS plugin mapping. I have done mappings where I am passing the values to the Alfresco content model. Here they are. We have a demo document type which is being mapped to the Ephesoft document type in the Alfresco, and these are the values that I have set for it. Now coming back, let's see the other document that was exported to Alfresco. Has it been exported correctly? Which was from the scanner? Has it taken up? Has the OCR extracted values? Have they got into it? Now that document is open in front of us. Yes, it is open here. We have taken this up purposefully in black and white to see the features. Over network we are doing the scanning in black and white, and we are importing using color. Even here if we see, all the OCR extracted values have been filled up in the Alfresco properties. We have the billing to details, datamatics, telephone number, invoice total, etc., which has been taken up. That concludes our demo session. Thank you.